Hello, this is part two. Now, other thing I was going to say is, as far as the judgmental part and everything, people place judgment. They say they're perfect or they're close to perfection. But we have people out here every day who put poison in their body, such as liquor, drugs, marijuana, cigarettes, whatever your preferred choice of poison is. It's still against God's rules. Then, marking your body. This is the vessel He gave us to borrow. Our spirits are in this, but He gave us this vessel to borrow. It does not belong to us. So marking our vessel is something that else is that's against His whole life plan. So those who are having tattoos and piercings and everything like that, that's against God's rule. Yeah, it is. It's a sin. But you may not know that. You may not care. This is my opinion. But back to Adam and Eve. At the beginning of time, Adam and Eve were two perfect humans. Our parents. Yes. Perfect. Very perfect. But then again, you got to look at it like this. Adam and Eve were also God's children, which makes us all God's children. So I'm going to break this down for you how it goes. My point of saying that women are very vindictive, very spiteful, and we have a lot of power that we hold. Some of us women know it, some of us women don't. We can be very persuasive, very seductive, very generous at times. So it's all about what you know about you and you being a woman and what you don't know. So there are those men also who have a lot of power because they're just blessed in ways that we are going to not say, but they're blessed in ways to give women certain types of feelings, like women give men certain types of feelings. But Adam tricked Eve. I'm sorry, Eve tricked Adam. Yeah, Eve tricked Adam. But it was a serpent that tricked Eve in the beginning of time. So that made me think about a lot of things. I was just sitting here thinking. And I got to just thinking about some stuff. And it's like, back then, a serpent talking in the Garden of Eden wasn't suspicious to neither one of them. Which led me to believe the way the story went was God put everybody down here. He created everything, the heavens, the moons, the earth, the trees, the ocean, everything, the stars, the moon, the sun. He created everything and everyone, which is a beautiful surrounding we have. Then He made the Garden of Eden, paradise, the most beautiful scenery, beautiful garden on earth, which is like a pleasure. It's kind of like going to Hawaii or something like that. Something exotic, something very pleasing to the eyes. But it's like when you think about it, He let Adam and Eve name all the animals, which means they talk to these animals. Because why would it not be suspicious for a serpent to be talking to Eve? Because I'll tell you right now, you guys, animals don't talk to us, which makes common sense to me. And I had to think about why animals don't talk to us. Only animal that we really know to talk to us is a parrot. And that's with training, extensive training. So, if we were to see a snake slide across our floor and talk to us, I think everybody would be scared to death. Or be spooked. It just depends on how you are and how in tune you are and how spiritually in touch you are and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother conversation. But that led me to believe by it not being something that frightened her, startled her, or made her raise any questions in her head about why is this serpent talking to me. All the animals must have been able to talk. And then you have to imagine, being the only two people on earth at that time, you have to have someone to talk to. You have to. Even having a husband or a wife, it has to be somebody else they could have talked to, which makes me actually believe all the animals were allowed to talk then, or had the gift to talk. So this is my opinion, my outlook. I'm not saying it's politically correct. I'm just saying this is my opinion, my outlook on it. I actually believe that. In the beginning of time, God looked at them as His kids. So He told them, y'all can have everything. That's like us telling our kids, don't go in my room. Y'all can have all these snacks, but don't eat this particular snack. That's mama's or daddy's snacks. It's kind of like that. So He said, y'all can have this whole garden. Everything on it is yours. It's for you to enjoy, have fun, Just do not touch this one tree. which seemed like it wouldn't be a hard thing to do until they were infiltrated by a serpent. Eve was. Now, this is the part where I'm like, okay, so Eve talked to the snake. But see, the snake was a man. Yeah. Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, the devil himself, is a man. So he said, let me go ahead and talk to her. So you got kind of, if we want to urbanize it, yeah, honey, let me come holler at me real quick. Come and talk to you. You know, God only said don't eat off this tree because, you know, you're going to be as smart as him, possess all the power and knowledge he has. You know, as women, we are women. We have our flaws, but we are women. Women love to be successful and in power. That's why we have a lot of women who are very controlling because it's just naturally in us to be that way. That's a dominant trait that we get from Adam and Eve, because being dominant is actually from a man. Being submissive is more of a woman. But you have those women who are also dominant and submissive. So she said, oh, really? So that's why he said don't touch this tree. I was wondering what's so special about this tree. You know, as women, we're going to ride for our man. So we're going to, oh, yeah, I got to put my hubby up on game. Let me go tell him what's going on. Oh, God trying to play us. This is in my idea of how it went. And urbanized as well. So she go tell her husband. He might was like, nah, man. You know, God said don't eat off that tree. I ain't doing it, boo. I ain't doing it. But you know, us women. She aroused him. He thought about that feeling that he gets, which is a sexual feeling, a lust moment, not love, but he loves the moment. She probably did it seductively. Like, hey, baby, you bite off this apple. You know, she might have been caressing him or something. Something to get him to disobey God. The one who created her out of his rib. So that should told him right there, God's powerful. You can't disobey God now. However she did it, he thought with that other head. And that's what damned all of us from the beginning of time. So the moral of the story is, women are some vindictive, seductive, sneaky creatures. But men are also people who think with the other head. Most of the time, that's not the right head to always think with, because it gets you in a lot of bullshit dealing with the right woman. So, after that, they ate the apple. They probably heard lightning, thunder, and God pissed, just like a mad, angry parent. Who ate my cookies? Who drunk my juice? Whatever the case may be. He came and spoke to them like we would do our kids sitting down. And you know you're not supposed to touch that. He might even yell at them. We don't know because we wasn't in that time. But however you want to imagine in your head, how I'm imagining in my head, he had a conversation with them. And, you know, he basically put them on punishment. Threw them out the Garden of Eden. That's like us taking our kids' toys and, oh, so you disobeyed me what I asked you not to do. Now I have to punish you. So now I'm going to punish you by abandoning you out the Garden of Eden. And every child you have, we're born to sin. Women, we feel labor pains because of Eve, because she decided to bite that apple. We could have easy births. We don't feel no pain. It could have been wonderful. But she had to just want it so bad. She had to want power so bad. She's wanted so bad to be like God. So, the moral of the story is, women have a lot of power they possess. And sometimes we use it against men, which is true. We do. We do. We do our little different things to get our way. But then you have those men who do the same thing. So I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not being one-sided to this. It works both ways in this day and age. But I believe that is why animals don't talk nowadays. Because you got to look at it. We got all these cartoon characters. I was just watching Cinderella with my kids the other day. And I noticed that she was talking to the animals. Then you got Dr. Dolittle. They talk to animals. So I believe when that happened, God stopped all the animals from speaking. That was their punishment. Now you will never be able to infiltrate another one of my children to disobey me, because you will not be able to communicate with my children. Which makes sense why don't no animals talk to this day. Because if we see an animal talk to this day, we know something ain't right about that. We know it's possessed, it's a spirit, or we going crazy, one or the other. But we know it ain't normal. And that is my version of how we were born into sin. Until next time.